Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over two teams that you can be using to farm maps. Maps can be used to unlock the treasure map minigame that's in Zolkiri. As soon as you get this kingdom, you can just click treasure hunt and then go straight into the minigame. And you can also get there just from the minigame tab, which will probably be adding more in the future. But for farming, there are two teams that can do pretty well with it. The first one is Goblin Shaman, Dryad, Tyree, and Giant Spider. Both of these are rares. Giant Spider is an ultra rare, so Glory Chest would probably be the best things to get these in. You could get Goblin Shaman and Dryad in a gold chest as well, though. And Tyree you get from completing the Zolkiri questline. She's the epic that you get from it. So she'll be a little bit hard to get from chests, but you just have to complete this kingdom, and then you'll be able to obtain her. So for newer players, this would be a pretty solid team composition to make. Fairly easy to make as well. If you don't have a Giant Spider or something, you can just replace it in with a second Goblin Shaman or a second Dryad, and it'll work still pretty much as well. It also uses the Frozen Banner, just because it does -1 red, as well as, since it doesn't use red, that doesn't matter. And you'll be getting that +2 blue, which you'll need to get Dryad up easily, as well as that +1 purple, which will help you get Goblin Shaman up in 2 turns if one of them is a Surge. If you are a console player, I don't believe you guys have the Frozen Banner yet. I don't think you will for a couple weeks. If you don't have that, you can just do something like a purple-blue banner would work good with this team instead of just going with the double blue. You'd just be able to get 1 blue. So it's not going to make too big a difference if you don't have that banner. And the second team you can use is more for if you have a little bit more variety. The main reason is because it takes Green Seer and 2 Tyrees. You could always replace something else instead of going double Tyree, but it does work best with double Tyree. And you just use it to loop between Green Seer and Giant Spider. Green Seer is a epic though, and an epic that you can't get from completing a kingdom. So she is going to be the hardest thing to obtain out of this entire composition. That and the second Tyree, they'll both be probably equally as hard to obtain. But if you do get him, this is a really good looping team. All you do is just loop between Green Seer and Giant Spider. Uses the same banner as before. And you'll just be able to get a bunch of casts off on Tyree. The main reason we do this, of course, is Tyree has a 20% chance to gain a treasure map every single cast. So where do you actually go to farm with this? There are a couple of ways you can do it. One thing that a lot of people tend to do is go to challenges that they haven't done yet and just turn the difficulty up and do it on these. The other way that you can do it is to go to Broken Spire, go into challenges, and then go over to the Stonewall challenge. It is the weakest challenge in the entire game, so you'll be able to easily farm up with this team, or any team for that matter. And let's just see how we can do real quick. I haven't done map farming for ages. I was doing a couple practice runs just to get a few, and I almost forgot how long it actually takes to farm quite a few maps. But once you do, you'll be able to play treasure map for like hours on end, which gives a lot of resources, especially earlier on, because treasure maps are a lot more valuable the earlier in the game you are compared to later. Also, I shouldn't be trying to take him out. I don't know why I just did that. We should be trying to loop here instead of skulling everything. I should let him take every skull. Now I just took out the gate, and he's going to be doing skull damage to me every single time. Luckily, our troops are tanky enough that it won't matter too much. We'd obviously want to keep purple and green always up on the board. We never want to convert it out. And there doesn't seem to be a single way we can get a single conversion out, so we'll just use that. And still not a single one, I don't think. Let's see. Purple, nope. Green, not a single one. I just have to use one of them just to get rid of it. Let's just take the brown. We don't need it. We're going to kill him at this point on accident. Let's just take that, and we can finally cast it. Unfortunately, we don't really need that much mana right now, but we'll get the double Tyree up and just remove everything that isn't green or purple. We're gonna win this before we can even farm any maps. I don't think we've gotten one yet. So let's take that out and remove out the browns. There we go, first map. And you essentially just keep looping this forever, or until you accidentally win. I doubt you'd accidentally lose. You technically could lose this if your troops that you're using with this is a little bit under leveled. But the first team that I showed is actually pretty tanky, especially with the Dryad heal and the barrier and everything. So it's not really going to have a big problem with that. So let's see here. Let's take out yellow. Want to make sure I don't leave him extra turns though. Okay, I'll do it on purple. That's probably a horrible idea. And we get a map, so I believe that's our second map. Don't need to use that. Let's just fire it out.
Mana surge.
And you essentially just loop this until you get as many maps as you want. You could do this for any amount of time. You could even just do it in normal battles if you want, but this team isn't really the strongest for battling with. It's more for directly towards just straight farming souls. Treasure map after treasure map.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
And the cap for treasure maps, I actually have not the slightest clue what they are. Which is kind of funny. Mostly because I never do it. If I remember correctly, it should be 10, but if I'm not mistaken, they ended up lifting it even higher. But it should be 10 on both versions, unless they raised it. So on a normal match, you wouldn't be getting anywhere near 10 though. Like this match, I'm pretty sure we're only going to reach probably about 3 to 4 by the end of it. Like the last 3 casts we've done, we haven't gotten a single map, I don't think. We're going to get a big one right there, get a bunch of purples. Didn't even need to convert. It's about to die randomly. Come on, maps, where are you? That's like 6 casts in a row, no map.
Mana surge.
It is only a 20% chance though. Let's see, brown, get the extra turn. You definitely want to take the turns whenever you can. There we go, finally a map. Use the yellow again. Actually, our green seer is about to die.
Mana surge.
Yep, there it goes. We don't really need it though. We'll just convert out one more time and then just kill it with 2 skulls. Actually, it might take 3 skulls. We're only doing 9 damage each. But at least we'll still be able to farm some. Oh yeah, never mind. We make a little spider. So that will do it for us instead. Let's take those blues since we don't have a green seer to be able to loop with it anymore. Let's do it on blue as well so we get the ability up.
Mana surge.
Got the brown. And the only methodology I can really say is keep the green and purple on, and whenever you can take an extra turn, do it. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward what you need to do. There we go, another treasure map. He'll just take the skulls. And like you can see, even once the green seer dies, your giant spider will just keep creating littler spider spawns over and over again, so it's pretty much impossible to lose. It could still be possible if we're like extremely under-leveled with everything, but for the most part, this challenge should be pretty easy at any level. Got the red. Oops, I did that to try to take the extra turn of the skulls, but then I didn't see the other red. So now he's just going to get a bunch of skulls. I'm not really trying to kill him, though. Still trying to see how many maps we can get from this before we just end it out. So he's going to cast that. Regardless of what he does that on, it's not going to go anywhere near killing.
Mana surge. Mana
Should probably try doing some damage to him, just so when we do want to end it, it just doesn't go on forever. Because treasure maps like this can go, or hunting for treasure maps can go on for quite a time. So let's just use that real quick. Luckily, the map naturally ends around the time of when you pretty much have enough. So let's just convert that out. Use Pyre like 1 or 2 more times and then just end it. Actually, we might accidentally end it. Come on, one more map before we go. Oh, nope. Let's see, how many maps is that? So that ends up doing... Oh, did I just skip right past the screen? Yes, I did. However much was this up there is how many I just did. Wow, well, let's do it one more time. Let's just show it with the other team that I had right up front. So challenges, same challenge. This one isn't as efficient because it doesn't really have a direct loop, but it's a lot cheaper to make, and it's also a lot tankier because you're going to be having the Dryad, with the heal, with the barrier. You're going to be having Goblin with the heal as well. And you're pretty much never going to die against this with this team, even if you have extremely low levels. Like, these could all be level 5, and you could probably do this. The best level to have Tyree at, if you're like extremely low on souls, would be 11, because that's the lowest level she can be to destroy 8 gems, which is exactly how many she takes to be able to refill herself. And again, this team uses everything except red, so if you have the Glacial Peaks banner available, definitely use it. You can get that at level 30 just from unlocking the Glacial Peaks Kingdom. So we're generally doing the same premise as earlier, just with a fairly different setup.
I'll be taking this.
And whenever the difference with this is whenever you can use Tyree on Goblin, you're going to want to do it. You still want to keep purples on the board, but if you can take out the browns to get his ability up, it would definitely be worth it. Dryad, you'd basically always use on the Goblin, unless for some reason these two just keep hitting your healthier ones in the back or something. But for the most part, you'd always just use Barrier on the first one and then just keep tanking up that way. Let's take out Reds. I think we're going to get an extra turn off that. Yep.
Mana Surge.
I'll be taking this.
Mana Surge.
And you just pretty much keep going from there. Let's see. Let's use it on blue here.
Mana Surge.
Tyree back up.
Mana Surge.
You'd always want to use Goblin King pretty much as soon as you get him.
Mana Surge.
I'll be taking this.
Yep, and there goes the gate.
Mana Surge. Mana Surge.
Luckily it has barriers, so even if it does do skulls, like you see right there, it should have done 17 damage. It just did 0 because we had barrier on it. So it doesn't even matter what level that was. You could have a level 1 Dryad and it would still would have protected you fully from that damage. And then we just place the barrier back on it and probably get an extra turn. Yep. And just keep going from there.
I'll be taking this.
Don't think we got a single map yet though. That's the only problem. Definitely getting plenty of gold, that's for sure.
Mana Surge.
Double barrier. That would be cool if it is stacked. It doesn't though.
Mana Surge.
Come on, end your turn. Go take the skulls. Whenever it decides to take those skulls, there it goes. Okay, let's take out the yellow. Get the extra turn right there.
Mana Surge. Mana Surge.
Take out blue, cascade the brown.
I'll be taking this.
Mana Surge.
And that'll do basically nothing. 13. And you always want to make sure you also do the Goblin before the Dryad, just to make sure your Dryad has a better chance of hitting on the board.
I'll be taking this.
Now we're removing his red, so he doesn't get
Mana
extra damage from that.
Surge.
Not that it matters that much, but
Mana
I
Surge.
think he has a 2-to-1 or 1-to-3 ratio or something. So having less reds will definitely be helpful in reducing the amount of damage his ability does whenever he casts it. But also make sure he gets less cascade chances. Yeah, he still managed to get a 5 times blue, even though there was only 3 reds removed. Let's see, what is his ratio? He has a 3-to-1. Okay, it's still a 3-to-1. And if Luther does get a cast off, it is going to be a little bit extra attack with that. He actually has a really high attack, mostly because of his grudge. Every single time he casts, he's gaining more and more attack. So let's just use Dryad.
Let Mother
Heal it back up.
replenish your life.
Doesn't matter how much damage it does if it has a barrier on it. Move the brown.
I'll be taking this.
Mana Surge.
We'll take skulls. We'll use Tyree again. How many maps have we even gotten? I feel like it's 0 this match, which seems weird, but it might be. Sometimes you can get really unlucky, which is why you might want to try making a try fitting it into PvP or something if you can actually win with it.
Replenish your life.
Mana Surge.
But just I know in late game PvP, there's no way you could win with a team like this, with a direct Tyree farm team. But if you still can, then definitely go for it.
I'll be taking this.
There we go, map. I seriously believe that was the first map we've got in this match, this specific match. We'll find out at the end. I won't skip past it like the first time.
I'll be taking this.
There we go, 2 maps in a row. Very nice. And an extra turn.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
I'll be taking this.
Critical surge.
And another extra turn.
Mana surge.
Very nice.
Mana surge.
Kill it with some skulls.
Mana surge. Critical hit. Mana surge.
Yep, not that many skulls. We almost just one right there on accident. Let's keep going a bit.
I'll be taking this.
Yeah, at least one more map. Or, of course. I said that last time too, and that's exactly when we lost. Okay, I won't speed past it this time. We only got 2 maps. They were both in a row. So at first we were getting like none, then we got 2 in a row. It can be pretty random with only a 20% chance. But yeah, that is pretty much how you can farm treasure maps without having to spend your resources on anything, without spending any money. And you can get, I don't know what the hourly rate of this would even be. Probably around 20 to 50 per hour, depending on how good or bad your luck is, I would say. But anyways, that will do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.